Hello, good people of the world. See if my light catches up with me. There we go. Lights are good. Hey, Chosen, what's going on? You comfortable in your home? Neo, hey. White Lightning, Gary, T. Miller, Lori. Hey, guys. Hey, Lori Topman. Hi. Hey, Jane. Thanks for Lori. Thanks for your nice questions. I hardly ever think. I don't think about myself somewhat. Mad Jax. I don't. Yeah. So it comes as a surprise to me. Sort of like, how are you? I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think about it. I probably should. Hello from Chicago. Hey, my starling. Drank some tea winery wine. Had a dream about. Yeah, you'll have to tell us about it. You know, there is a way that I can send you if somebody has something they really want to say, like out loud. I can send you a link, and you can come right onto the channel. So if anybody, but you have to be set up. You have to have a camera and some kind of microphone or a computer. But if anybody has something that they want to share, like that's not going to get me, censored. Actually, we'll figure it out. But I mean, if that possibility is in the works, or if somebody wants to just come on for a few minutes and share something, if share a product, share an idea, and they actually want to talk. And we're also going to be doing Zoom meetings, I believe, on Patreon soon. So that's kind of in the works, where you guys can share a little more. So you like the EBS song? Yeah, maybe. I checked out my battery. My battery's still working. I'm happy. Thanks, Did Mouse. Yeah. Yeah, I just made a video about the EBS Blues, actually, for my friends in Nepal. I don't know if they'll consider it. Most of the videos I've been making lately are not fit for YouTube. So they've been putting them mostly on Jason Shirka's channel lately. I think mostly on Jason Shirka's channel. I will be putting some things on Gnostic channel and Rumble. I think they sometimes post things on Rumble. Meditation, right. So there's a 3 p.m. meditation everyone should know about. And I put out a video both on Rumble and on YouTube, and on all the on the Intel channels. I put out a notice about it that Gila sent me. Yeah, sure, Ramon. What's up, peeps? I guess you didn't get your DeLorean. How do you know, Jason? I might have, man. I traveled through time to get here, right? Gun it up to 88. Yeah. That is just such a hilarious thought. A Mandalorian, gunning my Mandalorian up to 88 and going into another dimension. I don't know why that cracks me up, but we already got back, yeah. But 3 p.m. Eastern time, right? There's going to be a grand meditation, and this could be the time the star seeds take back the planet. Hey, Fit Love Lou. Cool, man. Tanya. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. What's going on, Tanya, honey? Where's the meditation? The meditation is going to be wherever you are. You just have to get online. It's on Instagram and probably a lot of other platforms. And there are a whole bunch of different people that'll be doing it all together. I know we all know Ishmael Paris. It is Ishmael. Ishmael Paris, and but it's all in my. I put out things about it. YouTube, TikTok, right? It's all over the place. Thanks, Shira. YouTube, Jason, yeah, Jason Shirka, and I put it out on my channels too. So it should be pretty easy to access. Is Ishmael? I don't know why. Sometimes the Hebrew pronunciations just grab me. It's not like I've been speaking Hebrew since I was, born, but living is to the fullest. Go for it, Tanya, honey. Yeah, man, we got to live. That's really what it's all about. And I want to apologize also for looking down at the Intel. I'm trying to figure out a way that for some reason I haven't figured out to, um, how to put Telegram, because I could, if there's a, now I understand that if there's a, let's say I want to go to, let me see if I can do it now. I want to go to, well, I would have to fix something first. Let me fix this first. I'll just be 1 second. No. Okay, let's go here and we'll go, wait a minute, I'm here. Okay, so let's go to, here, go to, okay, so now let's try this. I'm going to attempt to go to, yeah. So here's the number of military planes that are up right now. You guys can see it? Those are military planes over the United States and Europe. That's where most of the concentrated planes are right now. Okay, let's go back to the live stream and go back to here. Oh, look at that, man. We can split screen. We could also could we do it like this? No, let's see, we want to get it. What about like this? Yeah, I mean, anyway, if we want to do that, we can do that. The trouble is I haven't figured out how to get Telegram into that space because I mostly get my intel from Telegram. It's spelled in Spanish, Ishmael. Ishmael. I don't know. Yeah, I got to work on it. I think if you were in person here, Shira, you could probably teach it to me. Maybe, I don't know if you're up to it, if you're interested, but if you want to come and co-host with me maybe sometime, I don't know. But that possibility, we have a lot of flexibility here that I haven't really explored yet. I'm just trying to get to the basics. I realized I was trying to live stream on Rumble at the same time, and there was all a dud. I was not really doing it. So I had to upload all my everything from YouTube onto Rumble this morning. It took me like an hour. Couldn't be better. Yeah, I love that, Tanya, honey. I like saying your name also, man. I mean, I'm connecting with my masculine self all of a sudden. I don't know if that's let's see if we can get to, okay, so there's one other thing that maybe I can stop sharing. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was pretty cool, man. That was a big advance for me. Let me see if I can just do one other thing here. Okay, this is the other big thing that I like to share. What happened? Oh, it went to full screen. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Okay, so this is, I mean, gosh, it's tiny on this one, so you can't really see it. But this is what I look at during the day. I look at the this particular market report. It's a very left-leaning. place. So what happens if I take that off? Okay, I'm back. But yeah, I have to and Ismail. Isn't it is or ish? Ismail. Call me Ismail. Ismail. Like in Moby Dick. Call me Ish. I don't know. I have weird pronunciations. Is ¿Tú hablas español, Shira? Ismail. Well, anyway, I'll work on it. But so let me just move this up. Ishmael. Ish or Ishmael. He's Spanish. Aha, got it. Ishmael. Okay, did I say it right? Ishmael. Mael. I heard weird vibes from Ishmael. I get weird vibes. I know some people do, man. I mean, you have to discern. You have to take in what it is that you like, and just, I've had that. A lot of people have said that since the get-go. But 30 degrees and lots of snow in Idaho. Isn't that supposed to? Yeah, you also chosen. That's the Hebrew way. Yeah. Hey, Carlos, Tiff. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so I listened to SG Anon this morning, and I got a lot. I felt I got something out of it, and the main thing I got out of it was that I don't think we're quite out of the woods yet. And it sounds like there's about to be some kind of event in Taiwan that China has to clean up Taiwan in the same way that the country R had to clean up the country U. There's a lot of evil kind of things possibly going on in the country near China, and that has to be eradicated. Oh, he's just in a different. He's just probably very relaxed with his understandings. Daryl, let's see. Chill, man. It's okay. No, but it's important. I mean, these things are important. These details. Seems legit. Okay, yeah. I like him too. I interviewed him a few times. He seems fine to me. Let's but I think that the big picture is that there's still some cleanup on the planet that has to be done. There's going to be the false flags. I think what I got from it, there's going to be weather flags. There's going to be earthquake flags. There's going to be all kinds of weird stuff going on the list. Yeah. My wife is washing the dishes right now, and she wants me to stop the show for a minute, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. My choice, our choice. Let's look at some intel here. Let's see if anything came out. This is new. Okay, so we got some new things. Yes, quite a bit of new things. Let's look at this. Is it kosher to read this on YouTube? That I don't know. Wow, there's a lot. There's a lot here. Interesting. Could this be? Where does it end? This is from the White House posted. Wow. a ton of information, a ton. So I'm going to just get, yeah, yeah, I don't have a new girl yet. I'm actually reveling in the streamlinedness of my life right now. It's like everything, I'm just trying to like get acclimated to like what I like to do and how I like to live, what I like to eat and that kind of thing. And then I think that would be the time to introduce somebody else to my space. But yeah, I would like to, I would like, of course, to have some kind of physical thing. But at this point, I'm realizing that it's just too complicated. Now, let's see if I can do this. Was this, come on, guys. You could do this. You could do it. Come on. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to try, I'm going to try to do something else kind of futuristic, which is to read this from here so I don't have to look down. Somebody was complaining that I was looking down the whole time, so I can at least look sort of up, okay? So, because this is a pretty extensive reading that I'm going to be going through. Yeah, the dating app for non-chat people. I don't seem to people don't really respond to me on dating apps. I've tried a few of them, and they don't really. They're not into it. So I'm just relying on Hashem. I mean, I actually there's a Jewish dating app, and they kicked me off right away because I'm not officially divorced. They were like, "You're out, man." And actually, a couple of Jewish dating sites already kicked me off. I'm way too honest with these people. I don't know. But I don't want to mess up a woman, thinking that I'm completely legally. I mean, I'm working on it, but I'm not there yet. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to some big intel. So all you intel junkies, man, you're going to get your revenge. J swipe? Yeah, there is such a thing. I'll check it out. J swipe. Nice. J swipe. That might be cool. I have the lyrics here for yeah, because there are all kinds of Jewish people in my neighborhood. I just thanks, Shira. I just, I also don't have a lot of time at this point, but yeah, that could change, please God. Anyway, let me get back to this intel. What happened here? Come on, guys, you can't do this to me. Okay, we'll do it like this. Be easier. Okay, here we go. So they're starting out. They're saying the country you is toast. Thanks, Kathy. Appreciate it. Thank you, Shira. I love your channel. I love Shira's channel. Whenever you want to post your channel, your YouTube channel, just feel free, man. My guys, my peeps in Nepal are like kind of like keeping me honed down in terms of my show more. They want to like make it a little more streamlined. So I'm not sure I'm going to get to post. Why just live your life and trust God? Yeah, I do, basically. Yeah, anytime, sure, because I love I really like your channel. I mean, that's very much in alignment with what I believe, which is you got to get to your subconscious, man. You cannot change yourself consciously. You have to really go behind the scenes. I worked backstage for many years, so I know it's like, what goes on behind the scenes is usually a lot more exciting than what's going on stage. So your unconscious is a lot more is a much more fertile place to do the workings of transformation. So here we go. So they're saying the country you is gone. Okay, it's toast. Colonel McGregor, Commander 1st Squadron, 4th Cavalry. He's a close friend of Mr. T and keeps weekly briefings through back channels. McGregor's latest drops were given to EU insiders with millions of viewers. He said, the country you is dead as a nation state. Okay, go on. The population of 38.7 million is down to 18 million. Probably a lot of people left. With over 40% of the city's infrastructures destroyed, and they're not planning to return. They're finding better living outside. I mean, this was a place that was taken over, that was run behind the scenes by the most evil, corrupt people on the planet. Thanks, thanks. Yes. So, let me pin this while I'm talking so everyone can see it. Okay, so I highly recommend Shira's channel. It's absolutely 100% in line. I actually made some meditation tapes back in the day, but that was removed a few channels ago. That was like, I think that was on my first or second channel. I had meditation tapes, and that's already been removed for probably over a year, probably 2 years. They removed it. So, if they ever reinstate all my down to channels, we'll get to see it. But Shira does a much better job than I do, and really, really professional job. You can be listening to subliminals. You can be listening to, lay out on the couch and just tell your subconscious that, it's all good. That's how you become successful, is by changing your subconscious. You watch the video. Right. Okay. So let me we're getting to Dr. F. That's in here. Keeping the Z guy from the U in power can last only another few months. You know what? I'm going to put on my cheating. The money going to the country U is a laundering operation, and this is about to be exposed to the world. China is giving weapons to R. They're working together because they're the white hats right now. The U.S. weapons being created is making the warmongers rich in the U.S., and the weapons are resold across the world to foreign enemies and foreign adversaries. The country R is the only one who can end the war, and they got to do that. They will bring their forces into the south, east, and north out of Belarus and surround Kiev and take control of the country U. This is the only way to send the message to the dudes. Okay? Russia cannot retreat and will not retreat as Z, the head of the country, threatens R with war. It will end with. No, he's threatening. He's saying that the tanks from U are going to end up in Red Square. I don't see it, man. The U.S. cannot and will not send military to war because this would collapse the JB administration completely, instantly. Now you know why the white hats inside of NATO had a meeting with top EU officials and leaders and the JB administration. The U.S. military wasn't invited. The discussion centered around the facts that the U.S. military intelligence reports that the country U was falling, and the U.S. will not send troops into that country. As we get closer to the exposure of the medical situation, the creation of the, this thing, and the collapse of the fiat banking system, the collapse of U and the three-letter agencies, the world deep state is in panic and went to create. They wanted to have a war to cover up, the war to end all wars, the storm. We're in the storm. German defense minister says his country cannot protect itself in war. NATO's second biggest allies is Germany, is not interested in fighting with Russia. I would think not. Germany's not really up to that at this point. Okay. Right. You remember, this is pretty cool with the stand, right? I'm not looking down as much. I think it's a little bit better. I mean, it could be, it would be better if this thing was higher. Maybe I stick it on something. I could be reading it like this. Does that make any difference? Right? Okay, so How many peeps we got? We got 524. Okay, okay, Scott, this is going to make funny sounds. I know some people they find that hilarious. I'm not so into those gassy jokes, but I'm not saying that I'm a full grown up. That I do have my immature moments, but that's not one of the things that really cracks me up. I think it's much more funny to be cruising around on a Mandalorian. Okay, so Germany, right? Last year I told you Germany's made a backdoor deals with the country R, and their military white hats had constantly stopped and halted a lot of arms trade. The dudes are being stopped in their tracks. And in this meeting, BRICS was discussed and how Germany will create their own gold-backed banking system that will connect with BRICS in 2026, about the same time that 45 will create the U.S. gold-backed system. So they're talking 2026, which is pretty well out there. If you have to look down, look down. That's how I feel chosen. I mean, yeah. Thanks, John. But it's important that everyone understand the information behind the scenes, the white hats inside the N organization, NA, whatever. Right, they met. We did that already. There's panic inside the bad guys. They're all scared. Nobody wants to openly talk about secret meetings. Now, as Turkey plans to leave this N group, they're publicly supporting the N group as a final gesture and stalling the inevitable movement that they will leave NATO. Italy is against NATO and buying Russian oil. France is one of the biggest customers in buying food, grain, petroleum, as is half of EU. I guess they're saying they're buying it from Russia. Now, Germany is publicly stating they don't have the power to fight R. Right. 5 months ago, I dropped an article that the EU has no military stock, and panic was evident in the European Union as commissioners in public relations openly stated several EU countries have no military stock to defend themselves. Why does this keep dropping? I guess I'm stressing it out, man. I think I might need a better thing. Like, I'm always quick to want to upgrade. I'm a big upgrade kind of guy. I love to upgrade. Let me try this. This is going to be more unstable, but I apologize for all this. I wonder if Rush had moments like this with the EAB microphone. Okay, I'm going to move it. Everybody's freaking out. Okay, is that going to hold? Probably not. But anyway, we'll keep going. Let's see what's next. What happens if 44 is actively running a shadow command and control operation against JB? What former mid-senior administration officials would need to be involved? What current mid-senior administration officials, would need to be involved? They're saying twice. What key positions of power would be critical to the operation? How do you finance the operation? The FIBI mid-senior officials terminated to date. The DO they're also terminated. Also, the Pentagon, the five-sided, terminated to date. State DP, Executive Office of the President, Office of the Vice President, Director of National Intel, Director of Defense, Secretary of State, Director, Department of Homeland Security, Department of the Treasury. All these organizations, the importance of controlled MSM, what you see is not true. What we say is true, not what you see. The importance of controlling the narrative, all assets deployed, nothing to lose. information warfare, irregular warfare, insurgency, infiltration, not invasion, clear and present danger to the U.S., the shadow presidency of 44, prevention of power returning to the people, prevention of accountability, prevention of transparency, a critical moment in time. So we're going through, I mean, that's why I'm saying I don't think we can expect to hear the EBS like tomorrow. That's what I'm kind of getting from this. Tornado watch, Middle Tennessee. Wow. Where do you live, I am Kai? I used to live in Middle Tennessee. I used to live in Nashville or around there. Trinidad. Whoa. Usha, great to see you. Deanna, Island Girl, Kevin, Bell. They put atrazine and BPA in the food. Yeah. I know, man. I know. It's like it's they're out of control. The dudes are out of control. All right, let me get back to this. Okay, so all right, here we go. We'll go. Okay, so we paid for the thing that happened with the bats, right? That was American taxpayer dollars paying your tax-paying dollars at work. You want to know why I don't pay taxes? That's one of the reasons. Also, I'm just too lazy to deal with forms. Remember 3 years ago, I was already sharing this knowledge and giving you details about how Dr. F, through BO, gained the virus gain of function and transferred millions to Batland. Now the truth is coming out. Dr. F in deep trouble as emails revealed he lied to cover up his role. Newly released emails revealed that Dr. F promised information during that time when the nation was just beginning to comprehend the virus. He opted not to disclose the information to the American peeps. Rather, he worked to keep it hidden. They reported this week. So yeah, he's there. The information is coming out. I mean, I'm sure he's probably eaten his last bologna sandwich, but whatever actor that's playing him, the people need to know what he did, and they need to understand what's going down here. So he opted not to disclose the information. Right. So he totally messed up. At 10:30 on January 2020, the British researchers received millions of dollars in grants from NIH, sent a letter to Dr. F. They all knew it was a man-made thing. They got all the emails, man, showing everything here. It is essential that we speak this morning. Keep your calls on. We have tasks today. This must be done. So they got all the emails and an article that minimized the possibility of a leakage. And then suddenly there was no urgency. I mean, in other words, they've documented everything. Why was Dr. F so concerned when emailing his deputy, but so calm when emailing his boss? Why didn't he send there's a whole scenario which I'm going to share on the Intel channels, but there was obviously they caught him with his trousers down. Let's see. So I'm going to share that on the Intel channels. The first fact that Dr. F became aware of, so he knew all this. I mean, we all know that. For years now, I've known the hammer was going to drop and come for Dr. F, for BO, and the three-letter agency starts with a C, the rocker people, and all these people are going down. As alliance military operations pick up speed and move forward, panic in DC rhinos, BO, CIA, I said it. The rocker people, everyone's in panic. Keep an eye to Mr. T, EM, Rand Paul, etc., as emails keep dropping. Everything leads to the bad guys. Yeah, we know that. Okay, so Council on Foreign Relationships, the Jesuits, the Mansons, the surrender of the bad guys and the collapse of their stranglehold over the United States will allow all of us to live like millionaires during the upcoming golden age of hydrogen. This is the big story behind all the news. Okay, this is what I was reading for. About the U.S. debt limit being reached, the defeat of the country U, and the takedown of the fake BJ regime. The rocker people have used their control over 200 foundations of the Fortune 500 companies to hide the fact that they were the real masterminds behind the war and this and much more. They are now being thrown under the bus. To understand their involvement and their imminent defeat, let us start by looking at the members of the so-called regime of JB who belong to the rocker person-controlled Council on F Relationships. Kamala Harris, Anthony Blinken, Janet Yellen, Lloyd Austin, Linda Thomas. Okay, all these people are rockers. Now they're under threat as the world is rejecting their fiat money, exposing, and the oil giants have pulled away from the Federal Reserve is closed up. Congress going after Dr. F, exposing everything. The first act of the JB regime was to protect the rocker by canceling the Keystone Pipeline, which would have allowed the American people to have reliable oil supplies not controlled by the rockers. The war in EU as well can be seen as an attempt to force the Europeans to buy oil and gas from them and not from the Russians. Okay, so there's a lot of corruption, a lot of things behind the scene. The attack on the Fukushima was to force Japan to buy oil instead of uranium. The recent medical situation also led to big profits for some of these criminal enterprises. They've done everything in their power. Here's the bottom line. Okay, here's the good news. Here's the take home. They have done everything, and this is huge, in their power to prevent the use of hydrogen as a cheap, non-polluting, and virtually limitless fuel. Over 70% of the cost of modern economic activity comes from energy, and the rocker people have been suppressing human progress to make sure the energy comes from expenses, from expensive oil they control. So this is the end of the world as we know it. The list of their crimes is far too extensive to even lay out. The point is that the recent world events are the result of the alliance overthrowing the rule of the corporation, the desperate attempt by the bad guys to prevent bankruptcy by forcing everyone to use digital central bank currencies they plan to issue. Instead, the world is going to cut off them by refusing digital currencies they produce after January 31st. The bankruptcy of the Fed means the entire U.S. financial system is imploding. Bank of America is insolvent, so is Wells Fargo. They are in Chapter 11, but cannot be revealed to the public. It will bring down the entire financial system and the bad guys. That's why they're trying to create a war, to distract. Who let Woody Harrelson on SNL? SNL also has a 10-second delay. Why wasn't he censored immediately? Who made sure that he could talk? Who's pulling the strings behind Cheyenne Mountain? It's the good guys. The good guys are in control. Wow, we got through a lot of intel. That was a heap of intel. But the whole idea of switching to hydrogen energy is huge. Nothing can stop what's coming. We're going to be in a new age, and they said everyone's going to live like millionaires. What's the problem? In the end of the world, and I feel fine. Absolutely, Alan. From banks saying they're closing my account and giving the money to their charity. OMG, man. That is outrageous. Go Woody, yeah. Detoxing, yeah. Frog family right here, yeah. Man, I mean, for me, it's been a really exhausting and wonderful week. I mean, like the channel and my life is in constant state of like growth. It's really growth. And the channel is changing, and I'm working with my friends, and at the same time, I am reestablishing my home base, what in Jewish circles we call my Seder. In other words, the order of things, of how I do things in my house. I've been sort of mastering, the art of keeping the dishes clean, and getting groceries on time and this kind of thing. And at the same time, that gives me freedom to explore and be a little more daring in terms of the production of these broadcasts. Holy moly, Kevin. Yeah, that is outrageous. You thought we all worshiped one. Yeah. Lori. Yeah. Good new EBS song. I'm gonna try to put that out soon, and I think I'm gonna work with Shmuley. Maybe Shmuley has some ideas where I could do some recording. I need to get into a studio. I don't even know what they do with music anymore. I mean, I used to be in the music business, but I don't know. Then they explained religion, and I still don't understand. Yeah, me neither. Klaus Schwab wants to master the future. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about old Klausy too much longer. Your yellow lab likes to clean the dishes, I'll bet. The production looks better. Yeah, we're getting more, we're getting more professional. We're little by little, we're coming around. My job, I took most of the money. Great. Yeah, a lot of us. I mean, we're in a war right now. Yeah. Klaus is toast. We're in a war right now, so we're in war fitting. So it's not really. I don't see it as a time to be establishing. I can't even imagine how I would even pull off going out on a date right now. I can't imagine taking 2 hours out of doing what I'm doing to get to know somebody. I can't, I can't, it's annoying to even think about. No, she never smashed any dishes. She's a nice person. It's just we didn't, a rabbi told us years ago, you guys you're both nice, but you don't belong together. Just do it. Yeah, I know, Kate, but that's what the EBS that's what the EBS Blues is all about. What was that? Right. But I think when everything is over, we're going to be a very, very, we are really transforming ourselves into better people. Um, really the public seminar. It's almost over, right? So we're really transforming ourselves and our community into a really like I mean, I'm just feeling like I'm really growing up in a lot of ways. I feel more connected to my to being a man all of a sudden. I mean, it's just like, you know what? I reached a kind of a feeling about my relation to females, and I just said, you know what? I'm not surrendering my freedom. I'm not a wimp anymore. I'm just not a wimp. I can't, yeah, my wife is she's washing dishes right now. So, okay. Um, I just have to put that away from me. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Buy yourself flowers. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Carrie. I mean, yeah. Take care of yourself. Take yourself. I used to take myself out for dinner when I was single. I think I was between my first and second wife. I used to like just really, really enjoy myself going out by myself and having a nice meal and having a cup of coffee and um, yeah, I don't know, Zohar. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I was in, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That my expertise is not in relationships. I don't really know anything about. At the end of the day, I know nothing. I'm like, yeah, is it better arranged, not arranged? I don't know. We went to Shotgun. We went to a matchmaker for my last marriage. My first marriage started when I was going to visit a friend in New York City, and he introduced me to his girlfriend's girlfriend, and she was, she we just hit it off right away, and then we ended up getting married. And then the second one I met in a coffee house, and the third one I met through a matchmaker, and I blew them all. I mean, it wasn't that I blew it, but it didn't work out in the long run. So I don't know if there's a right way. And, like I said, I think that I have a feeling that going into a relationship, really knowing what you're about is probably the best way. Like in the last relationship, I was just becoming religious. So I was just really discovering, I was putting I really wanted to get into it and I threw myself completely into it, but it wasn't really me all the way. You haven't given life. I'm not worried about it, Savvy. I mean, I don't sweat that stuff. It's all going to work out. It's God's world, man. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Um, is she going to take me to the cleaners? I don't know. Listen, I'm giving her the house, it's all Listen, man, I've given away four house. This is my fourth house. I'm losing to a woman that I can't live with anymore. So it's just part of the struggle, but I'm not down for this anymore. The matchmaker did not yeah, no, we were a good match when we first met, but we just went in different directions. So they did help. I guess, it was good. 25th Woodstock reunion. Nice. We do a lot of changes as we grow older. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're in a good give and take relationship, Laura J. Let me pin that. And that's, you're able to kind of give and take. That's beautiful. I think so. I'm not. I really. They say even one error on the ketubah can affect your marriage. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be. I mean, maybe there was an error. I don't know. It's possible. God is our matchmaker. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not worried. I feel very comfortable where I am right now, and I feel that God's in control. And anyway, love from Scotland. Thank you, Chris. All right, so I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna get ready for Shabbos, and I'll see you guys, God willing, on Saturday night. We had, yeah, we have almost 700 people. That's really good. We did a lot of intel. I think that the thing is that Dr. F is about to go down, and the whole medical thing is going to be exposed, and that is huge. A newer model. Yeah, right. Thank you. I'm responding. Let's see, what's this say? Yeah, I know, man. I know. $50 in a house. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a great rest. Get some rest. And yeah, Meta is. I think it is Gog and Mogog. I think Mogog is like Meta and or Microsoft, but Gog is definitely Google in my mind. Okay, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good rest. I'm going to try to get some extra sleep if I can. Watch the water and. Check your email. Okay, we'll do, Chris. Thanks so much. We have the waiting for the EBS Blues. Yeah, I'll make a recording of it soon. Wow, cornflake schnitzel, nice. Great. Okay, good Shabbos, Zohar, and everybody else who keeps Shabbos, and God bless. We'll see you, God willing, Saturday night.